welcome to the shit show. Hey everyone, what's going on? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United again with another little video this afternoon just discussing the latest Manchester United transfer goings on at the football club. There has been some more news since we've finished the last video, so I'm jumping on to discuss it, guys, and all the latest happenings at the club. So do us a favor at the start of the stream, do what Fire Up says there, and smash the like on the video, give it a big thumbs up, twat the like, and share it around on socials. Hello, Fire Up there, Nas, Taran Kumar, ZX Flames, Scujo1, Any Evans, Jamie Todd, Sin Games, Sean Nettleton, Carl Davies, Jackson Lucas, Chris Parker, Aston Ahmed, Only Football, King Kenny. Everyone, thank you very much for getting in here. Almost too many of you legends in here, but each and every single one of you, thank you very much for joining us, and do us a favor and smash the like. Get yourself involved. Thank you very much, Bell691. I appreciate that, my man. Everyone, get yourself involved in the chat throughout the show. Have your say. We're going to be dipping it in and out of the chat as we do to cover the latest news. Hey there, Lovro, Simon Cowie, Sonny Igbins, and everyone else. You're a bunch of legends for joining. So we've got some gash news and some good news, really, folks. We'll cover, I guess, the gash news first. I mean, it's not really pressing news in the sense that, well, it's not like he's actually going to go there or anything. But we have got a report here from David Ornstein that says exclusive: Chelsea considering Cristiano Ronaldo move. Man United are currently saying not for sale. Thank you for the super chat there, Any Evans. Your head's done in. Ericsson done, though. Get in there, Any Evans. What a shit window. But yes, Ericsson done. Malacia done. Couple of good squad players done. Potentially the GOAT leaving our football club, though. What a shit show. And also no other top players coming in just yet. But anyway, thank you so much, Any. Let's get a sue in the chat for Any Evans. Thank you so much. Hope you're well today. And he says, Man United currently say he's not for sale, but Chelsea are monitoring and not ruling out the deal. Mendes talks continue. So we know previously a few weeks ago that Mendes was reported to have met with Chelsea in order to discuss the Cristiano Ronaldo situation. Tuchel admires the 37-year-old, but unclear if he would approve. So for any team really looking to get Cristiano, what Ronaldo represents is great value in the short term because, well, he is 37, but he's cheap because of that. So you're not going to have to pay a huge amount of money for this guy. He is guaranteed to bang you a shitload of goals. He's also guaranteed to sell you a shitload of shirts and get you a shitload of interest. So whoever is the club that takes Cristiano Ronaldo is going to benefit massively. They're going to benefit on the pitch and they're going to benefit off the pitch also. So although he's an expensive sign in the sense that you have to pay him a big wage, that's offset by just the fact that he is such a commercial entity. Hey there, Gungshi. How you doing, you absolute legend? So look, Ronaldo he would be wanted by very many clubs if the price was right because of the reasons I just said. But Chelsea is, even though they may be interested in him, and even though Tuchel may want him, and if they do turn out to, put in an offer or something like that, we don't have to accept that offer, guys. We're not going to sell Ronaldo to shithouse Chelsea, folks. It's as simple as that. We'd rather see this guy go abroad. We'd rather see this guy stay at United and leave on a free in a year's time and be unhappy and sulking and playing the fucking reserves, to be honest, than go and play for Chelsea. So that's not going to happen, guys. I just wanted to get on here and talk about this because it is a hot topic at the moment going around on social media. I personally don't think it will happen at all. There's no possibility of it. If we're going to sell Ronaldo, it will be for less money and it will be to a team abroad. It won't be to Chelsea unless, and this is the cheeky little X factor here, unless they were to give us a player or two in return. So there is some talks about Kante, for instance. I don't know if he'd want to join United right now, to be fair, but there is some talks about Kante in a cheeky little swap deal. Now, maybe smash a 1 in the live chat if you take a swap deal involving Kante for Ronaldo, guys. If you would take that. Kante's 31. He's a little bit maybe injury prone. I don't see why he would leave Chelsea and go to Man United, but who knows if he's not wanted by Tuchel. Same happened for Juan Mata back in the day. He came here, but, so, hey there, Haroli. I'm good, thanks. How you doing, boss? Get in there. Sphinxu says 2. Bell thinks so. Peter says 1. Hey there, Marky Harris. What's going on, you Don? You what? Is that Harry Maguire you're talking about? ZX Flames, JR, King Kenny. Everyone, thank you very much for getting in here with your votes there. Fair play. Well, yes, I mean, do what Gungshi says, by the way. He says, smash a like for the pig, folks. Thank you very much, Gungshi. Yeah, do hit the like button if you're just getting in, folks, and get in the chat, because this is a crazy one. But Ronaldo, to me, wouldn't go to Chelsea anyway. I don't think he would tarnish that legacy and that reputation that he's got at Manchester United. In my humble opinion, he wouldn't do that to us fans, would he? Hey, Simon Cowie says, Pig, we won't sell Ronaldo to Chelsea or any of our rivals. And if Ronaldo left for Chelsea, his legendary status at Man United would die, just like if he had joined City last season. Simon Cowie, you basically just came in at the perfect time there, bro, because I'm just talking about that right now. You're an absolute legend. Mate, Simon Cowie, thank you so much, dude. Let's get a sue in the chat for Simon. And I couldn't agree any more with what you've just said. If we were to sell Ronaldo, it would not to be to shithouse Chelsea. It would be to a team abroad. It would be to somebody else who's not a rival in our league. We wouldn't offload him to Chelsea, unless I guess there was some benefit for us, i.e. we were to get a player like Kante. Even then, it wouldn't really be a very good thing. And like you say, Ronaldo's legacy and his legendary status at this football club would just completely be ruined. Everyone would just go from him loving him to absolutely hating him. Even if he leaves now and goes to a team abroad, everyone's still going to admire his efforts and know that it wasn't really his fault why we were shite last season, and that he was a pivotal part of us actually being able to get any sort of European football. His 18 goals in the Premier League really helped us, and we were a struggling shell of a team throughout the season. We had those issues with Ollie, there was issues with Ralph, and if it wasn't for Ronaldo, we probably would have completely shattered the season last season. So he will always have my legendary status as long as he doesn't go to a rival like shitty Chelsea, because then, yeah, as you say, he's going to be public enemy number scum. So I agree with that there, Simon. Thank you so much, Simon, for your super chat, my friend. Yeah, let's just hope that doesn't happen. It's not really that feasible because, yeah, United don't have to sell this guy. I mean, they'd have to be pretty much idiots, but we look at who's running the club, though. They'd have to be pretty much idiots to strengthen a rival with a player like Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not the sort of player that you let go to a rival when he's contracted. Better to just let his contract run out, in all fairness, rather than strengthen a shithouse rival. And they're not going to pay huge money for him because of his age, so it's not like it's really worth that much of a, worth it that much for us anyway, unless it's a big deal, which I don't see coming from them. Now, you explore the options of where he could go. There's a few teams abroad. Bayern München, of course, are a team that really are in contention for taking this guy just because, well, they've got Lewandowski potentially going soon. Reports are from various places like Christian Falk says that Bayern are not interested right now. But if Lewandowski was sold, possibly to Barcelona, that might increase the likeliness that they would want a short-term deal for Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, a deal like that makes sense for all parties because Ronaldo's obviously wanting to play in the Champions League. He's also wanting to win trophies, which he will be able to do in the German League, and he will win the German League, and that's another trophy. It's another more legendary status. He'll score a shitload more goals, I'm sure, in the Bundesliga. So there's an option there for him, which would make a lot of sense and tick all the boxes. That's if Lewandowski goes, and that's if Bayern want him. Other than that, PSG, we've discussed the option for them, bring in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi in the same team, already a team of Galacticos, basically the Harlem Globetrotters if they get Ronaldo and Messi in the same team. They would just be the most watched team in the world pretty much because everybody would be interested to see that. So from that point of view, from a commercial point of view, we might be able to get the most money from PSG. And if PSG really wanted to do that and get Messi and Ronaldo the same team, then I guess it could happen. The only concern there is I think Ronaldo wouldn't want to go and play in a shitty farmers league like Lionel Messi and lower himself to that level of guff. But there you go, he might. And then again, there you go, Willie Caster's Juve again, if he lowers wage. AC Milan maybe says Ghost. I don't see him going to rivals of previous clubs that he's played for, which is why I don't see him going to Chelsea. And I don't really see him going to any Italian clubs other than Juve. Maybe he would look to go to a new league, i.e. we discussed the German league or possibly the French league if there's offers there. Spain is another option as well, going back to Real Madrid, if that option was there, if they actually had the interest to take him, which why wouldn't they? But if they didn't have the interest, fair enough. But if they did, that's another option as well. I mean, really, United don't want to sell this guy. I've said it many times. We shouldn't be trying to offload Ronaldo. He's our goal scorer. He's our beast. There's some discussions, though, that we can have that makes sort of sense to say that if we got the right money for Ronaldo, it's a lot of money off our books. He is 37. If you just look at it objectively, even though he's an absolute beast, if you did get decent money back for him, which you could reinvest in a few other positions in the team or put towards a new forward beast who's going to score you some goals, whoever that may be, probably nobody as good as Ronaldo, but maybe one for the future. So you sign, you invested in a new player or several new players because Ronaldo's gone. It could be the sort of catalyst that forces the Glazers' hand. If Ronaldo definitely decides he wants to leave, and that's it, he's out, he's not obviously turning up for training, he's still away, and so therefore, you know, his situation seems pretty clear to me. He does not want to play for Manchester United at the moment. Either that or he's just waiting to see if we sign any beast players. But pretty much not the case. He's probably looking to leave. We are Europa League standard right now, and he's too good for that right now. So he's looking to leave. But, you know, there has to be a certain amount of money that United will receive for it. And if we could invest that in another position in the team and strengthen elsewhere, it could be the reason for us doing that, i.e. the Glazers might have to spend because they want us to compete for Champions League football. And if we don't compete for Champions League football, then we're screwed. And so therefore, they would have to double strengthen because Ronaldo's gone and he's the goal machine. Chris Koo, mate, thank you so much for your super chat here, my son. He says, what's up, Pig? Bayern is the only team that makes sense for me for him to go to. If he goes to Chelsea, that would be my respect out the window for him. Chris Koo, thank you so much, brother, for your super chat, my man. And once again, everybody's in here. Let's get a sue in the chat there for Chris Koo. It might be the last time we can do this for a while, because if he joins Shithouse Chelsea, we'll be going poo instead. Because it'll be a shit situation, my son. Chris Koo, thank you so much for that. Let's get a hashtag poo in the live chat there anyway, because this whole situation is very poo, if you ask me. P-I-U-U-U-U-U. That's right. But anyway, thank you so much there. We got 98 likes, says Sin Games. Nice one, everybody. That's good. But you know what? We got 325 legends watching it. We could do better than that. Let's have a little Bacon Brigade like spike. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done so, folks. Leave a like. It's free. That's all we ask. Drop a cheeky like on it and share it around on social media such as Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans. And also get yourself subscribed to the channel if you're new to the show. Get in the chat. We want to hear from you. Poo! It's absolutely poo situation, this, guys. We're not happy with it. Ronaldo's kicking up a fuss, kicking up a stink. It's actually not the best timing either. If he was going to do this, it would have been better weeks ago. But then again, as I say, from his point of view, perhaps he was just waiting to see if United had ambition this window to sign anyone proper, and we haven't done yet. We got Malacia. We've confirmed that Ericsson is likely to come in very soon as well. We're working on Lisandro Martinez. We'll cover that news soon in a short while as well, because that's good news and that's looking positive. But it's not enough, guys. It's just not enough. De Jong's still not here. Maybe he'll be announced this week. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll stay at Barca. Maybe he won't. Like, we don't actually have 100% confirmation of this yet. And so, therefore, we can't really blame Ronaldo for the gash window we've had and the lack of ambition. He is a Champions League player, and all we're doing right now is ruining the final part of his career by keeping him. So, I'm coming around to the point, to the fact that maybe we should just sell him, guys. I mean, let's ask the live chat, keep or sell. Earlier, I was thinking, look, do everything you can to keep hold of Cristiano. We need this guy. But if he actually really doesn't want to be here, then we've got to move on. We can't have somebody here who doesn't really want to be here. That's the facts. If Ten Hag, though, can speak to him, I would try. I would absolutely try our very hardest to keep him, though. But he's not here. He's not come back for training. Ten Hag needs to speak to this guy. Ten Hag needs to try and gauge the situation, figure out whether or not this is salvageable, whether or not Cristiano can be part of the setup, whether or not even he wants him to be part of the setup, and what sort of role he's got for him in the team. And if their dreams align, then maybe there'll still be a season to be had for Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United. He is contracted for a year. But if they decide, look, the best situation is to part ways, Ten Hag might feel like, well, it's not ideal, but now United are going to have to buy a striker. Now we're going to have to reinvest in other areas in the team. So it's forced the Glazers' hand. It's actually good in the sense that now we have to look elsewhere. We have to sign a new forward player. We have to sign maybe Anthony from Ajax or something like that to come in and help us, because otherwise we're going to be screwed. So this could get us Anthony, I suppose, which when you think about the future as a 22-year-old, exciting young player, got 12 goals, 10 assists last season, Brazilian vibes, Ten Hag vibes. You know, this could be the catalyst to get us a player like Anthony. So in one respect, I'm heartbroken, and I'd be so disappointed to see Ronaldo leave anywhere. Certainly he's not going to go to a rival, but I'd be heartbroken to see him leave. But if we did sign a quality player and also strengthen elsewhere in the team, because we have to, and because we've had a lot of wages off the books, which makes up millions of pounds a year, guys. You know, Ronaldo's on a reported £500,000 a week. That's $2 million a month, $24 million a year. That's a horrendous amount of money to be paying somebody, but obviously that's offset by shirt sales and commercial interest and just general interest in Ronaldo. So that is offset, but still, it's a huge amount of money that you could then look to spend elsewhere in the team. There's no good reason then not to go and try and get a Yuri Tielemans to partner with De Jong in midfield. There's no reason not to. No reason not to go and try and get Anthony. No reason not to go and try and get Denzel Dumfries, Lisandro Martinez. So if that was the case, if Ronaldo was leaving is what makes us go out there and spend and strengthen in all areas of the team, then I could live with it, folks. I could live with it. But my concern is that Ronaldo's going to be scoring 20-plus goals for us this season if he stays here, if he was happy and if he was staying and if we were playing well under Ten Hag and we signed these players we're supposed to be signing. I feel like he would get 20-plus goals for us. And I can't think of anybody that we could sign right now that's guaranteed to do that for us other than him. So for that reason, I feel like we would be weaker. But what we could do is maybe get goals from elsewhere in the team. We need to do that. I mean, last season, most of our forward players didn't score that many goals. You know, Ronaldo scored more than all of them combined. So we had him scoring all the goals. Everybody else was really struggling. It wouldn't hurt if we had more decent squad players and then Bruno's chipping in with a few more goals and Rashford scoring goals and Sancho's banging in goals and everybody's actually scoring goals as a team. You know, that's the key, really. Ten Hag's coming in here to try and get this gash team to perform like a good team. And so therefore we are going to have a stylistic tactical change anyway. And that's going to be the most important thing about how successful Manchester United are early in the season anyway. It's not going to be actually whether or not we've got Ronaldo or not, in all fairness, because we had Ronaldo last season and we were shy. He did score lots of goals. The midfield couldn't get the ball to him. And in half of the games, we literally couldn't control possession or dominate the game. And so we couldn't really get Ronaldo on it enough. He clutched a lot of goals himself, but it just wasn't good enough. So stylistically, if we actually started playing as a team and and had the midfield problems addressed, i.e. we did get De Jong and Donny in there, or we get De Jong and Tielemans, we do some bit of business for Lisandro Martinez, we actually get quality midfield, then we should see, actually, regardless of having Ronaldo or not, you should see Man United playing better football and scoring more goals and winning more games, in theory. So look, Cristiano could be part of that. And if we had Cristiano, and if he was working and it was fitting in that style what Ten Hag's working towards, then I think we would score even more goals. So I do think we'd score even more with Ronaldo because he's the greatest player of all time. But if he was gone, but we strengthen elsewhere, we could still be a much better team than we were last season without Ronaldo. That's the fact. We have to look at strengthening in all positions this summer anyway. We've got a lot of gash players and a lot of gash areas. The human slab's a much bigger problem at the back. You know, we got to sort him out. So, yeah. Thank you very much there, Rush Mono says, subscribe to the channel. Mark Harris says, Elton John is available. I think he's a Watford fan. He'll be going to Watford, sir. Donny is shit, says Jonathan Gallagher. That is harsh, pal. You haven't even given him a chance yet under Ten Hag, mate. Oh, Jonathan Gallagher, you're going to be eating your words soon, I think. Honestly, this is time for the Donny revolution, mate. He's almost like a new signing himself. Honestly, because he hasn't been given a fair crack at United. Ollie was giving him. He didn't want him, I don't think, because he never played him. And then he just was cast away to Everton. And Manchester United never really gave him that many opportunities. This guy could be good for United. Guys, will Donny van der Beek have a good season at United this season under Ten Hag? Yes or no? Let's have a vote in the live chat. I think he's been pretty bang average so far. But you can't really judge him on what he's been done because he hasn't been playing in a good team with a good system. He hasn't had a clear role in team. And he also hasn't been given many opportunities. He's never been given like 5 starts in a row ever. I think, has he ever even been given 2? Ask yourself that. Has he ever even had 2 starts in a row? I can't remember. If he has done, that's probably the limit. I don't think he's had 3 starts in a row. This guy's barely played, mate. Yes, says United Forever. Yes, says Kickhouse. No, says Madhouse. Donny Fire, says Fire Ghost. Yes, says Scott Berg. Yes, says Fire Ghost. No, says Harry Scully. Yes, says Walker Stone. Yes, says Chris Koo. Harry only with concrete, says Mark Harris. Half of a yes, says Westy. Fair enough, guys. Look, Jonathan says, Donny, what's he done when he's playing? He's done nothing, Jonathan. He's done basically nothing when he's playing. Guess what? Has he been playing that much for Manchester United? No, mate. You know who we have seen played ahead of him loads and loads of times last season under Ollie and previously? Scott McTominay and Fred. We know what we're getting from those guys. Bang average at best. So what's the harm in playing Donny? They never gave him a chance to have a proper go in the team, mate. Listen, look, it's all about styles as well. Styles win fights and football styles win matches, mate. And also certain players play well in certain style teams. Now, if United under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer are playing like a 4-2-3-1 and we're playing defensive style and we're counter-attacking, we're sit a bit deeper maybe, then is that really the best situation for Donny to be playing in a holding midfield? I mean, probably not. Probably what's better is Donny is to be playing in a more progressive, attacking possession team with players like De Jong around him, who are, they've got an understanding. They've got a great short passing game. They can create stuff. They can pass those through balls and diagonals and all that sort of stuff. Both of them are great passers. Don't care what you say about Donny. He's a great passer of the ball. And those, if that's how Ten Hag's going to get them playing, popping it off, playing a more possession, passing focused game, crikey, I think that he would be absolutely fine. So let's just wait and see. Hashtag free Donny, says Malps. Yes, lad. Yeah, fair enough. Mark Harris has been the bum and play an 18-year-old. I mean, Rushy says, I've seen Donny play a few times, and he was just okay, but must give him a second chance. If Ten Hag can't get anything out of him, nobody can. That's so spot on. Yeah, we've seen him, and he's never done all that much, has he? I think that's fair to say. He hasn't really done all that much. But he hasn't really failed that much either. I can think of like one game where he's had a bit of a stinker. There was one in the Champions League against, maybe was it Young Boys or someone, I can't quite remember. But he did make an error in midfield and they scored a goal from it. But still, Harry Maguire shat it as well. I remember that also. But Donny, other than that, he's never really done anything too bad. He's also never really done anything too good. I think in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's last game, he scored, didn't he? He scored in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's last game. That's about the only thing I can really remember him doing for United. But other than that, yeah, it's been completely lackluster. But he needs to be freed. You've got to give somebody a chance of a few games in a row, at least 5 games in a row in the team, starting the games, to just see how he can do, because he's never actually had the chance to settle in and get an understanding and a vibe and a chemistry with his teammates ever. He's just always had to come in, bit part, few minutes here at the end of games, literally 1 minute at the end, or coming in some random game and then he's subbed off at half time and stuff like that. He was pretty poorly treated actually by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think. Yeah, give him another go this season, says David Brooks. We don't really have many more options. There you go, unless we could sign a player like Tielemans if he's available. And if we do sell Ronaldo, we've got a bit of ambition about us to strengthen the rest of the team. Guys, do us a favour, smash like if you're just joining. We're nearly at 150, 400 you legends watching. Smash the subscribe button as well, folks. We're on our way to 60,000 subscribers. Get involved with the community of legends here, aka the Bacon Brigade, and aka the Hamada. And get yourself involved with a chatter, because we want to hear from you guys. We always have a big Q&A at the end of the streams as well. So do stick around. We'll get into everybody's comments and thoughts right at the end. CR7 swap for Kante, says Amy Evans. Right, okay. Interesting. Let's get a poll on the go. Swap CR7 for Kante, because we've discussed this. I mean, that's the only way that we could possibly pallet this guy going to Chelsea, right, would be as if we got a beast player in return who actually benefits us maybe more than it's going to benefit them. When I mean that is in the long term, Kante's probably got a few seasons left, whereas Ronaldo, actually, to be fair, Kante is an old man for a 31-year-old. His knees are shot. You know what I mean? Whereas Ronaldo's a fucking beast. He might be going to be 42, this guy. So actually, I'll take it back. But look, I personally wouldn't want to see it, guys. I don't care. I don't care about Kante that much, mate. I mean, Kante is a great player, but he would actually be one of the best signings we could make in some ways, because he's one of the best sort of defensive midfielders in the world who can get you playing out from the back as well. And he's a very, very good midfielder. He's just all-round great, all-round great midfielder, right? So he would be a fantastic signing, no doubt. But not if they're going to get Cristiano, guys. Not if they're going to get Cristiano, because it will help them big time commercially and in the short term, and they'll score a shitload of goals. And Ronaldo will score against us in the Premier League because he's Cristiano Ronaldo and he's just too damn good. And he'll get a lot of service there, and he would probably do well. So I don't think I want to see that happen at all, guys, no matter who they give us. They could give us Mohamed Imad, Bruce Lee, and it still wouldn't make me feel comfortable about seeing Ronaldo ever play for the Chelsea. So, in regards to that, no, it's a big fat no from me, guys. I wouldn't want it. 54% of the live chat say no, 46% say yes. I mean, we could get something good out of the deal here. I see what a lot of you are saying, because Kante is a classy player, 31. That midfield overnight, if you had De Jong and Kante in it, or overnight becomes one of the best midfields on paper anyway in the Premier League. It really does. If you had, say, Kante and Frankie De Jong playing in that midfield with Bruno in front. Crikey, you've got everything you need. You've got your defensive guile, you've got your ability to play out from the back, you've got De Jong, your creativity, and you've also got your Bruno Fernandes, if we can get Bruno being back to how he is, playing in front. So those guys can certainly do the job for Manchester United, no doubt in my mind. That would be an amazing midfield. And as an overall whole team, would we be stronger having a midfield of De Jong, Kante, and Bruno in front, instead of having De Jong and Donny, and at the moment, Bruno and Ronaldo up front? I actually think we'd probably be a stronger team if you could get an absolute boost of a central defensive midfielder, and that would mean that maybe De Jong's freed up. It would mean that our midfield problems are sorted out. As I said, the overall team and the style of play is more important than just having one player at the top of the pitch who scores goals. So, yeah, we need to get into playing a good style. Well, the midfield's going to be the key to that, really. Solskjaer 1999, thank you so much for being a member of this channel for 19 months. Sue! Guys, can we get a hashtag 19 months in there for Solskjaer? Thank you for the highlighted member comment you've done. He says, Ziyech swap and a cheeky 5 to 10 mil our way. Ziyech as well, interested. Yeah, lots of talks with clubs for Ziyech at the moment, some clubs from Italy and various places. Ziyech, nah, you see, no. No, not good enough. Not good enough. I see what he's saying, but maybe Ziyech and Kante. You know what I mean? This is Cristiano Ronaldo we're talking about here. No, in all fairness, I know what you're saying. Those guys have got higher monetary value. Think about something like Kante. They're younger. I mean, Kante could maybe generate Chelsea if they were to float him on the transfer market tomorrow. They could probably sell him for 40 or 50 mil maybe to a desperate team. They probably could, even though he's 31. He's just an absolute boss player. You know, one of these tops, like Barca or somebody, you know, somebody like that would come in for a player like that, surely. So, PSG or somebody, you would think. So, surely he's worth quite a bit of money still, whereas Ronaldo at his age is just not worth that much. But, yeah, Ziyech, interest in Solskjaer. Thank you so much for your highlight member coming, absolute don, and being a member all this time. You take Reece James for CR7, says Roshmano. Interesting, yeah, okay, right back sorted out there. Yeah, he's a classy player. Right back would be sorted, wouldn't it? Interesting, Rushy. Interesting. I very much doubt they're going to go for that, though. It doesn't make sense for them, does it? But yeah, I mean, I take Chelsea. I don't want Ronaldo. End of. I don't want Ronaldo to go to Chelsea. End of discussion. Doesn't matter who we get in return. Let's go and do business elsewhere. If we have to sell Ronaldo, let's sell him to a team like Bayern or abroad somewhere, and then go and strengthen our own players and sign our own players rather than having to do some sort of piss poor part exchange deal with Chelsea and let them get the goat off of us. Forget that. It's not going to happen. Gungshi, thank you for being a member of this channel for 30 months. Dude, highlighted member comment here from Gungers. Thank you, Gungers, lad. He says, if Ronaldo leaves, he needs to go overseas, not to a Premier League rival. Spot on, Gungshi, my son. Can we get a hashtag 30 months in there for one of the OGs, Don Gungshilione? Gungshi, spot on, my son. You're absolutely right. We cannot sell him to a team in the Premier League. Even if it was a shit team in the Premier League, like Spurs or something. But we can't sell him to a shit Premier League team or any Premier League team. He wouldn't go to a... He would only go to a team that is competing for the title in their own country and also the Champions League. He would look at teams like, yeah, I guess Juventus, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich would be a consideration. There's some people saying that maybe Sporting Lisbon could be something that he could consider. But I personally think that'll be later in his career. He can still go there when he's like 40. I don't really see Ronaldo giving up until he really does decide like, oh shit, my talents are just completely diminished and my knee's shot and that's it. It's time to call it a day. He loves the game. He's a legacy player. He'll probably play until he's 40 at least, I think. So he's probably got a season at the end of it for Sporting Lisbon. Right now, though, he probably wants to play for a team. I mean, Bayern Munich are tailor-made for him. If Lewandowski sold to Barca, Bayern Munich are tailor-made for Cristiano Ronaldo right now because they can just provide him the Bundesliga, the Pokal Cup or whatever it's called, and also the Champions League possibility, anyway, of getting through to the latter stage of the Champions League. And they do have a very talented side there who would provide him a shitload of goals. I mean, just look at Lewandowski's goal record. Now, okay, Lewandowski's incredible, and he's 33, and he's been in his prime. He's coming towards the end of his prime, but he's absolutely a beast player. And Ronaldo would get that sort of service and be in that sort of team and score probably a similar amount of goals, maybe not quite as many at his age now, but maybe more. You never know. Don't discount the GOAT. So it makes all sense for him to go to Bayern Munich. But let's ask the live chat. If you could see Cristiano Ronaldo go into any team in the world this summer, where do you think he will realistically go, guys? Let's have a little vote in the live chat. You'd rather him go to Bayern, says Ardi Chico. Most definitely, mate. 100%. I could live with that. No, I can't live that. When we got... Excuse me. Rushy says, when we get CR7, I wasn't convinced we needed him, but without him, we would be finished 14th last season. Exactly. Precisely. He was such a big player for us. I mean, it's weird how we went from second without Ronaldo to sixth with Ronaldo and Varane and Sancho. It's pretty worrying, isn't it? Jay King says, no, Cristiano, stay, bro. Don't go. I know you want to play in the Champions League, but sometimes in a football life, you have to face it. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, we can just say, hey, Ronaldo, you're not going anywhere. So I think we have to have a chat. Ten Hag needs to get on the blower to him, arrange a meeting, and get this guy convinced to stay. Get him fighting for that Europa League, you know what I mean? Cristiano, if you want to be considered the GOAT of all time, you've got to get that competition that Zlatan's got. You've got to get that competition that Pogba's got, you know? You've got to get... And I'm not talking about the World Cup here, guys. You've got to get that Europa League, son. Oh, that's the one. Everybody's got the Champions League. That's boring. Everybody's won the Champions League. You won it 5 times, lad. It's fucking boring, mate. What's the point of winning that? It's just same old shite, isn't it? Might as well at least try and get that Mickey Mouse Europa in your cabinet, lad. You know, that's it. There you go. Interesting. Richie says Ornstein is never wrong. It's fucking Chelsea. Richie's DIY fish room. What do you mean Ornstein's never wrong? He's not said Ronaldo's going to Chelsea, bud. What he said is Chelsea. Listen to what he said. Chelsea are considering Cristiano Ronaldo move. Man United currently say not for sale, but it's Chelsea monitoring and not ruling it out. Does that sound like he's going to Chelsea to you, bud? I mean, it doesn't. It just says that Chelsea are interested. That's what it is. It's that Chelsea would be interested, and maybe at some point, maybe they could possibly table a bid if it looks like Ronaldo's going, then maybe they'd be interested. But we won't sell him to Chelsea, guys. We don't have to sell him to them. He's not going anywhere, and certainly not to Chelsea. And if he does go somewhere, it'll be abroad. There's no way that he would be. There's just no way, guys. I mean, look at this information here. So Man United would be open. This is from Mark Ogden this afternoon. Man United would be open to offloading Cristiano Ronaldo. A club outside the Premier League is prepared to take on the final 12 months of his contract. But a move to Chelsea would be unpalatable for Man United. That's the way it is. We're not going to sell him to Chelsea. He's not where we want him to go. He can go anywhere else outside the Premier League, and that's fine. If he really wants to go, we have to send him. I don't want him to go, by the way. I think we need him. But if he does go, then he can go somewhere outside the Premier League. He doesn't have to stay here, does he? So that won't happen, folks. It just won't happen. I'm going to end that poll there then, guys. So 45% of you say yes, you would swap CR7 for Kante, and 55% of you say no, you wouldn't. So actually, that's really close, isn't it? Wow. Interesting. Well, Kante is a top player, and Ronaldo is 37, and Kante is 31, and it would sort that midfield right out. So I can see why a lot of you would want him, to be fair. It does make a bit of sense in a lot of ways to have a want-away player go on and then maybe get Kante in. But Kante, would he actually want to come? That's the big question. Reece James is another player, like Rushmano said. Hey, look, if they want to do a deal for Reece James, we'll do a deal. I suppose if it really benefits us, if it really helps us for the future, not just the short term, we do a deal. But I don't see Chelsea wanting to do that, because surely they're not, you know, completely stupid to think about their own, not to think about their own future. So, yeah, look, United would be open to selling him, I suppose, if he doesn't want to stay here. But he's not going to be going to Chelsea. That's not really the case. It's just not realistic, and it's a load of old bollocks, guys. Kante is washed, says Chicam Goblin. I wouldn't say that. Kante picking up injuries, says Jonathan. I wouldn't say he's over yet. I think he is an injury-prone player now, which we don't really need. But when he's available, he's absolutely insanely awesome still. Like, he's only 31, guys. People talk about him like he's fucking granddad or something, but he's not. He's just you know, he's still got a couple of years left at the top level, I think. But you are right. He is going to be diminishing soon. He is starting to pick up injuries, and certain players do have to finish their careers earlier than others. And maybe he'll be one of those that has to finish a little bit earlier. So, hey, look, I still think he's going to go on to 34, 35 to a good standard, but we could get a couple of seasons out of him. It's not going to happen, though, is it? It's not going to happen, though, is it? I mean, how is that going to happen? By the way, guys, just so you know, what shirt number is N'Golo Kante, right? Just think about that for a second. What shirt number is N'Golo Kante? Tell me. I know. I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me what shirt number Kante is. Okay. Right, so, yeah. Okay, there it is. First Class Gamer, how you doing, you absolute legend? The answer is 7. And so, therefore, I'm just saying, you know, if there was a deal done there and a swap done there, it's almost perfect, isn't it? It's 7, isn't it, guys? It's 7. I'm pretty sure it's 7. So, it would be the same. Yeah, 7, says Jonathan Gallagher. It would be the same shirt number, right? We know CR7 is a brand. He needs the 7. Just saying as well. Who's the number 7 at Bayern, guys? Who's Bayern's number 7? Because that's almost needed by Ronaldo, honestly. Serge Gnabry. Oh, it's no problem then, is it? Is that right? Is it Serge Gnabry? Oh, he's fucking out. If Ronaldo's coming in, Gnabry's fucking, that's it. Oh, is it Kimmich? I don't know. I just had a quick Google. It said Gnabry, but maybe I'm wrong. I would have thought it's not Gnabry, to be fair, because obviously he's fucking basically gone now, isn't he? But there you go. Kimmich says Pogo Gamer. Stuart Orlison says, who would Chelsea get, though, to replace Kante? He's a beast of a player, says Stuart Orlison. Oh, very good question. Very good question. Well, this is it. They'd have to go and spend and get a player elsewhere. It's a good point. United Forever says Kimmich. Right, okay. Pogo Gamer says Kimmich. So Kimmich is number 7 at Bayern, is he? Okay, nice one, guys. Well, that's not good then, is it? I mean, Joshua Kimmich. So Joshua Kimmich is number 7. That's not good then, is it? Because he's not going to want to relinquish that, guys. You know what I mean? For Cristiano, this is what I'm talking about. Like, he is a brand. The 7 is, it sounds like it's just a silly thing to talk about a shirt number. But for him and his brand, the 7 is almost required. It's almost like he has to have that shirt number. So I don't see Kimmich wanting to give that up either. Chelsea can take a cheeky McTominay in the deal. This is NX plays. Why not just chuck in Slabby Maguire as well with those guys? Definitely. Fair play, Michael Collins. He says the only player worthy of number 7 if Ronaldo leaves is Lord Phil Jones. Okay then. Guys, we just hit 200 likes on the stream. Thank you every one of you for dropping that thumbs up button. You're a bunch of bloody legends. Smash the like button if you haven't. Help us get up on the YouTube algorithm and help us compete with those clickbaiters and those corporation wankers by Kung Fu Cantona kicking that like button like it's a Palace fan in the face. And also, get up and give it a right hook, son. And then also, get yourself involved in the chat with the Dons and Donesses around here. Thank you. Okay, so Kante, possible transfer deal there. It's probably unrealistic. Ronaldo going to Chelsea in general is very unrealistic because we're just not expected to want to sell this guy to a rival. It's pretty clear, really. Mark Ogden also said that a move to Chelsea for Ronaldo would be unlikely due to Man United's club's determination to qualify for the Champions League this season, and there would be less resistance to a deal being struck with Bayern, Napoli, or any other European team. So we need Ronaldo to score us goals and get us to the Champions League. But if he was going to go anywhere, it's not to a rival where he's going to increase the likeliness that they finish above us and scores them shitloads of goals and they get a Champions League spot, is it? It doesn't make any sense in the world for us to sell Ronaldo for any sum of money, really, to a rival like Chelsea. So I'm going to rule it out right now and say it's not going to happen, and say that if he does go, it's going to be to a team abroad. Most definitely. Griffo Chaz, what's good, my son? He says James crossing it into Ronaldo is a scary thought. Oh, hell yeah. Definitely. Yeah, that would be absolutely brutal. You're right. Yeah, that's true. I mean, let's see if this guy's interested. But the number 7 shirt, it is an issue. And wherever he goes, the player there is maybe going to have to make an allowance and have a shirt swap. Perhaps there's players such as Kante wouldn't bother with that. But hey, look, he's the number 7. You think you want to keep that. And over at Bayern, he's the number 7. You think you want to keep that. Who's the number 7 at PSG, guys? Anyway. Okay, so while there's been a consistent message from Man United, this is from Mark Ogden, that Ronaldo is part of Ten Hag's plan. Sources have said that there's an acceptance that allowing him to leave now will ultimately accelerate the coach's rebuilding program. So, you think about that, guys, it does make sense. If Ronaldo's gone and that money's freed up, we can sign players as well. And also, it means that somebody else, we'd have to sign a new forward player for the future. We'd have to sign a new forward player. We'd probably have to invest in other areas of the team just to guarantee that we're not left too short with Ronaldo's departure. So it does actually make a bit of sense that if Ronaldo went, we'd probably be forced into investing quite a bit in the team and signing quite a few players, getting Lisandro in, maybe having a look at the right back spot, maybe having another look at getting another midfielder in, and definitely a forward player. Maybe Anthony comes in if that's the case because of having to maybe free up the cash, or maybe we do go for Anthony because Ronaldo goes. So it could bring about a little bit of change here, and it could be a catalyst for us actually accelerating Ten Hag's rebuild of this football club in some ways. So we're trying to look at it from a positive point of view. It's a horror show, guys. Simon Cowie, thank you for your super chat, you legend. He says, Pig, if Chelsea offered us Kante, Ziyech, Havertz and Werner for Ronaldo, I would still say no. Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Well, you can keep Werner, but the other few are quite decent players in all fairness. But and Havertz can do one actually, but no, he's good. But you know what? It's just not. Yeah, I agree with you, Simon, mate. We can't see Ronaldo banging in goals for Chelsea. Plus, I actually don't think he wants to do that anyway. He doesn't want to tarnish his legendary status at United, like you said earlier, pal. He doesn't want to do that. He would rather just go abroad and score goals there and get a new legacy. Plus, he's already won the Premier League. He's already played in the Premier League. He's already proven that at his age, he's still good enough to do it and be one of the best players in the Premier League. So he's got nothing really to prove there necessarily in the Premier League. As long as he's got the chances of winning a domestic title and also the chances of winning a Champions League, I'm sure he'd be happy to play for a football club. He was in one of the top 4 or 5 leagues in Europe, probably the top 4 leagues in Europe. So this guy has got aspirations for maybe the German league, could be going back to the Italian league, Spanish league. That's the sort of vibe we're talking about here. Maybe the French league, I suppose, if that really was a possibility. But yeah, he wants to be playing Champions League football and winning things domestically. Another thing about Chelsea is that really, are they even that likely to win the Premier League? Okay, and are they even that likely to, well, they did win it 2 seasons ago, so I guess they are quite likely to win the Champions League under Tuchel, but they're not that likely to win the Premier League. Man City are expected to win the league again. Liverpool will be in the race. Yeah, Chelsea could be up there, but they're not really expected to win the Premier League. So therefore, for Ronaldo, does it even make sense if he goes to Chelsea and can't win the domestic league? I think, you know, he could be the difference maker, but you've got to look at a chance of playing for Bayern as a more attractive proposition because it's just way easier, isn't it? It's way easier. You're going to be guaranteed to win. You're going to be guaranteed to score goals. You will win the league, and you probably will do all right in the Champions League because you've got a really good team as well. Or a team like PSG. Same goes for them. They're guaranteed to win the league and the cups and things like that. They should do anyway. And then they could progress in the Champions League to the latter stages, maybe even win it. Who knows? Probably not. But yeah, I mean, those sorts of setups make sense for Ronaldo, in my opinion. Hey there, Sir Paul Scholes. He says if Ronaldo wants to go, let him. But don't forget his son is at United too. He has to think about him. Yeah, I guess, but he can just pull him out of the academy there and get him into new academy at the new team. If they're going to move country, then he can't stay. His son can't stay in the United Academy anyway. So he would definitely be going elsewhere, I suppose. Glazers have screwed us badly, says Victor Grasser. Oh, big time. Can we get some green and gold emojis in this? Some hashtag Glazers out. Because this is an absolute shambles situation, which is all brought about by the Glazers' mismanagement of the club. Big time. Okay, so look, we're confident of keeping Ronaldo in one sense at the moment, but we don't know. Ten Hag needs to have crunch talks with Ronaldo, and of course they have to decide what the plan is. Is the plan to try and convince Ronaldo to stay? Is the plan to deny him an exit? Is it to just be firm and say, no, you're our player, you're leaving at the end of the contract? Or is the stance to say, hey, look, we're going to try and get as good of money as we can for you, and we're going to let you go. We're going to let you go. Is that the stance? Is that the stance? I don't know. But I hope he stays. I really do. Let's get a vote in the chat, guys. Does Cristiano Ronaldo stay or does he go? Nice one, Amy Evans says 222 likes. Smash the like button. Thank you, Amy Evans. On our way to 250. Let's go. Lasers out says Walking Stone. Thank you, boss. RD Chico says, don't think Piggy CR7 has in his contract out of United and does not qualify for Champions League. George Mendes is not Harry Kane's brother agent. Interesting, RD Chico, but if that was the case, I guess he could already just have walked and he's a free agent, you know, so I think he must be contracted to us. Go says Big God Bob. Go says Montgomery fan. He's going 99% says M. Stay says Francois Coq. Go says CZ Bam. Reserve says John Adair. The player most liberated of CR7 needs is Luke Shaw. Now he can eat all the ice cream he wants, says Michael Collins. Yeah, the standards will be lower. The standards will be lower, that's for sure. He might leave, sadly, says Jim. Hey, Greg L., thank you so much, bro, for your super chat there, my friend. Sorry, no, your highlighted member comment. Get in. Thank you for being a member of the channel for 19 months, boss. Let's get a hashtag 19 in the live chat for Greg. Get in there, my son. He says Ronaldo out equals Anthony plus Belotti in. Hey, nice one. You see, yes. Why not? I think you could be onto something. That's it. If Ronaldo goes, we'll have to strengthen in other positions and we'll be forced to sign those sorts of players, I think. Marky Harris with another super chat, my son. Sue. Thank you, Marky. He says, Maguire will cost at least 15 points this season. Drub. He is an absolute drub-up merchant, isn't he? Guaranteed to make errors, guaranteed to score OGs. No, you know what? He hasn't scored that many OGs, but he has scored some. And he's also done no-look dummies to the opposition where he's like fucking... You know, like basically just giving it to the opposition in their own 6-yard box. I've never seen stuff like that before. Now, he's an error-prone melter, definitely. He's not good enough for United, mate. You all know my opinions on the human slam. He needs to be offloaded as soon as possible to the likes of Leicester City or someone. But I agree with you, Marky Harris. Maguire will cost us. Strip the captaincy off of him. Give it to anybody else. Fuck Maguire. I've had enough of him. Thank you so much, Marky Harris, for getting in there. He's a fucking liability. AR Dan says, Pig United signed an attacker today. Adriano Leon from West Ham says AR Dan. Nice, mate. AR Dan, get in there raw, lad. So what? This is some youngster, is it, Nad, that I've not seen? Fair play. Nice one, mate. That's pretty cool. Good man. Hang on, there's some stuff coming through here from Matty Rashmano. Hold on a second. What's this? Let's have a look at some new updates. Hold on. Cristiano Ronaldo just arrived in Portugal's training ground. Yeah. Shit show, mate. What the fuck? So he's training at Portugal. Oh, guys. Yeah, so this came out just before the start of the show, to be fair there. Somebody mentioned it in the chat, actually. Cristiano Ronaldo's just arrived at Portugal's training ground. So he's at Portugal's training ground, keeping sharp and training and staying fit, I guess. Goes to show you the state of the situation. He was supposed to have a family emergency, wasn't he, for fuck's sake? Supposed to be family reasons. Now he's training at Portugal's training ground, for fuck's sake, guys. You know what I mean? What's this guy doing, mate? He's clearly gone then, folks, isn't he? If that's the case, if he's not even going to come back to Old Trafford until we've got a deal for him elsewhere, then that's it. He's gone, isn't he? So he's defo gone. Cristiano Ronaldo arrived at... That is absolutely outrageous, my friends. Look at how. Ronaldo arriving at their training ground. Unbelievable. Okay, let's get this up on the screen, folks. It's really not that interesting of a tweet, but I'll just put it on the thing so you guys can see. Absolutely unreal, this transfer window so far, guys. What a roller coaster of shite and emotion. It's like living in a glass case of emotion. Check this out, guys. Oh, shit, by the way, Griffo Chaz, you bloody legend, mate. 31 months a member. You're a bloody hero, Griffo Chaz. Thank you so, so much. He'll have that 3-year badge soon. You're a bloody legend, mate. Thank you so much for getting in, Griffo. He says, opinions on a Ronaldo-Brozier swap? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, he's like 20. He's a good player, but... Again, why would they want to do that? I mean, fair enough if we could get him and some other players as well in return. Maybe if we could get him and Kante, you know, it would be worth it for us. But no, not a straight swap or anything. I mean, they'd have to give us... I just don't think... No, he's not going to be the answer to score 20-plus goals a season for us, although he is a talented player and, you know, he had a good season on loan at Southampton and stuff. But you know what? No. No, Griffo, not for me. Can we get hashtag 31? He's a good signing. Maybe it would be a good one to bring in, but would he come to us from Chelsea right now? Would Chelsea be prepared to include it? I don't know. I mean, he is a good player, but would they be prepared? I mean, it's just not... I don't think it's the... I just don't think it's the right... I don't think it's right. No, to be honest. But decent. I enjoyed your article yesterday, though, Griffo Chad, you bloody legend. Bang your latest one in the chat there, my son. He says opinions on... Oh, yeah, I read that, didn't I? Griffo, thank you for supporting the show for 31 months, though, seriously. So there is the information there. Cristiano Ronaldo just arrived at Portugal's training ground. So, look, he's obviously clearly trying to stay sharp and fit in the hopes of getting a new club. But if he's not coming back to Manchester United, then that is a clear indication he's had enough, isn't it, guys? Dybala thoughts, says CZ Bam. Dybala's looking more and more appealing as the days go by, man. Because he's a free, obviously, and although he'll be expensive and cost a lot of money in terms of the signing on fee and wages, he is a decent, but his goal record doesn't impress me that much. Ranjev Lukal, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button, Ranjev. Nice one, my son. If you're new to the channel like Ranjev, please do get yourself in there by smashing a cheeky little subscribe on the video. If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe and get yourself involved with this channel. We're on here, giving you the latest updates throughout the day, every single day, guys. All the time. So get yourself involved with us and also click the bell icon. Yeah, fair play bringing a young striker. Robin, you Benny Junkie, get in, says Barky Harris. Pig Ericsson, Bruno and De Jong will make any stricter a 25-plus goal scorer. What's that? Ericsson, Bruno and De Jong. Oh, any striker. I should have been able to figure that one out. Any striker a 25-plus goal scorer. Yes, fair enough, mate. No. I totally disagree, bud. It's not as simple as that. I mean, I hope so. I hope we would be able to get in the get somebody who could score the goals and be able to get a really great team around it. But I don't think it's as simple as that. I look at the quality of strikers that are needed in the Premier League to get 25-plus goals. There's not that many of them in the world. I mean, you got people like Son and Salah and these guys not even getting that many goals and stuff. So, and also just like you know, just probably not. Probably not anyway. Maybe. But probably not, pal. Gonna need some new emojis, Pig. Gonna miss suing. Oh, me too, CZ Pal. I'm gonna miss that big time, bro. I'm gonna miss those Ronaldo emojis. Guys, can we spam some Ronaldo emojis in there? It's not really... Okay, maybe this is a bit of a turn up. It's a bit disappointing. It's sad, but you can't really begrudge him. He didn't sign up for Europa, Guff. He signed up for us to be ambitious and to win things, you know. So this is difficult for him, I'm sure, but he wants to try and benefit his career. It's a bit selfish from him, of course. It is a bit selfish, but I guess with only a year or two left at the top, he kind of has to be selfish. Yeah, get a Ronaldo rage quit emoji in there like Robin. I know. 4th place is gone, says Jonathan Gallagher. This season's only just begun, Jonathan, mate. Well, this could make us a better team. Look at the season we finished 2nd under Roddy. We didn't have Ronaldo, Sancho and Varane, but we actually were a better team that season, which is why we finished above Liverpool and we finished 2nd. And then we signed Ronaldo, Sancho and Varane, and then all the problems seem to occur. Is it coincidence? I don't know. I think it is a coincidence, personally, because Ronaldo's a great player. He's not the reason or anything why we failed. But still, though, not necessarily, Jonathan. We could sign players in other areas that make us a better team than having Ronaldo in it. So there you go. Henry Winter comments, has tweeted and said, Ronaldo's return to MUFC was a success. Player of the year and showed others the standards to aspire to. If he leaves it, it does allow Ten Hag and United to focus more clearly on a new era, on a pressing game, and frees up wages. Other players have to step up more now. Life goes on. So there you go, folks. Pretty clear. You know, I agree entirely with that, more or less. That sort of statement that if he does go, then it will free up other players coming in. Right, okay, so fuck the Ronaldo stuff, guys, to be honest, but there's the actual exclusive. Fuck the Ronaldo stuff. I've had enough of talking about it. We'll find out what happens with that. Hopefully Ronaldo does stay and we can get him to be happy and score a shitload of goals. But him training in Portugal right now does not look good. And I don't think he is going to be a United player very much longer. But I don't think he's going to Chelsea. I think more likely would be a move abroad. Let's get on to Lisandro Martinez. Information coming out this afternoon about him, folks. I'll give you the latest on Lisandro. So, yep, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, get in the chat. Q&A's coming shortly also. But Fabrizio Romano says that United are confident about signing Lisandro Martinez. United and Ten Hag are pushing for the deal. Ten Hag is now insisting on signing Martinez. This is this afternoon. Also, Sky Sports' Sharmesh Sheth says that Man United are continuing positive talks with Ajax for Lisandro Martinez. There is a small gap in the valuation. United have an excellent relationship with Ajax. And also over in the Netherlands, according to the Telegraph, Manchester United are looking to sign Ajax's Lisandro Martinez before Friday so he can join them on their tour to Asia and Australia. Ajax would be willing to sell, but only for the right price. So this is good positive stuff that's coming out from the Netherlands guys in regards to Lisandro. It looks like United are doing work on the deal right now to try and get this guy in, to try and get him in before we do leave for that tour. And it makes sense to try and get as many players in as we can. Looks like Eriksen's imminent. Looks like Malassi obviously is coming. And now we'll have Lisandro Martinez hopefully coming in before then. It's a possibility anyway. If not, it's expected that he would meet up with us out on tour, not that far into the tour, because it's suspected it won't take that long to get the deal done. Essentially, Ajax want 50 million euros, and we've gone in with 45, and we could probably meet them in the middle. Even if they're completely reluctant to sell for anything less than 50, we can match their valuation and get this guy in. So it's not a ridiculous amount of money, 43 million quid. Hey, you could call me Nighthawk, says close to 60k, Piggy. Thank you, man. Yeah, we're closing in, mate. We're not too far away, are we, guys? If you're new to the show, help us get to 60k by hitting that subscribe button. Hey, nice one there, Griffo, mate. Let me pop that up in the live chat. Griffo Chaz has posted a new article on the website, guys. UnitedFlyingHigh.com. Please check it out here. Here it is. I'm going to pin it to the top of the live chat. Do check out the article, guys. It helps us out if you click on the link of the article at the end of the show, obviously. And give it a read and also smash a like on it over there as well. That would be awesome. Thank you, Gungshi. He says, smash the like button for the pig. We're 2 away from 250, guys. Nice one. Hey there, Neil Duffin. What is happening, my son? He says, first, stop conceding 50-plus goals. Worry about a striker later. Definitely the case, mate. I'm with you. I mean, we want to replace Ronaldo if he goes with a striker or a forward player. But I agree with you. The midfield is the big problem here, and the defence is absolutely gastastic, my son. So I agree with you, Neil. Get those players in and sort the midfield out, sort the defence out. And the rest will actually take care of itself to a degree. We have got some good wide players. We need to get a forward goal scorer as well. But I think it's fair to say that if the midfield was good and the defence was good and we actually had quality players there, then that would be more of the problem sorted. That would be the biggest. That'd be the biggest thing. Thank you, Robert Duffy. There's no new news. Not much new news on De Jong actually at the moment. You know, Marky. The Hoff says, doesn't matter who is up front. With the slab drag factory, it's like giving every opposing team a 2-goal head start. Yeah, well, hopefully Ten Hag's going to address that problem with Harry Maguire and sack him off back to Leicester City or somewhere, guys. But it might not happen, in all fairness. I think we're stuck with him because of the amount of money he's on and nobody else wants him because he's shite. So, yeah, we'll probably have to stick with him, but he doesn't have to play, does he? We're signing, hopefully, Lisandro Martinez soon. This guy can play defensive midfield, but he's also a centre-back, so he can go in there and stay and play instead of Haddington Maguire, who's absolutely fucking garbaggio. So once he's gone, once he comes in, maybe you could see Maguire taking a little step back and being a squad player, being a backup player, or hopefully being sold. But here we go. Look at this. So information here as well from Mike Verway that says that MUFC would like to sign Lisandro Martinez before Friday so he can be on their preseason trip. Technical manager Gary Hamstra and Klaas-Jan Huntelaar spoke with the delegation from United on Saturday in London. So just a bit more info. We are obviously trying to make strides to sign this guy, and hopefully it can be done before Friday. Let's ask the live chat, guys. Do you think that we'll have Lisandro Martinez as a United player on the plane, ready to go, 8th of July, which is 4 days from now, ready to go and come on the tour with us? Yes or no? What do you think, guys, in regards to Lisandro? Lots of reports this afternoon coming out suggesting that we are pushing for a deal to try and be done before then. So, no, says the Diamond. Callum says no. Aiden thinks he hopes so. Vutinator says yes. Scujo says no. Ahmed Malakade Zaidi, how you doing there again today, buddy? Says yes. Chabunk says no. No, he's coming to us, but not that soon, says CZ. Nay, says Pogo. Yes, says Support Skulls. No, because we're twats, says Fire Up. 20% likely, says Tail7. Yes, says Night Whisper. Maybe, says Jim. No, says Pogo. He'll arrive later on the tour. I'm leaning towards that as well, Madhouse. I think it'll be close. Maybe he will be with us for that first game. Maybe he'll be watching that first game in Bangkok with us or something like that, and then play the next game. Something like that. But it would be quite a really quick turnaround if that happened. Unless Manchester United announced something this evening, as in, we've reached an agreement with Ajax for Lisandro Martinez. And then, okay, it's just a case of, getting personal terms sorted, flying in for a medical. If that was to happen, then yes, I could see it happening. But we'd have to be moving pretty damn quickly here. We understand that Ajax are holding out for 50 mil, but if United paid it, then we could get our guy in before we go. Neil Driscoll says, yes, he can see it happening. And John Adair also. He will eventually come, says Jim Watkins. Tommy, Maguire, 8-year deal. Hopefully that's with the dog and duck lad. Mason Barati says, I'm not sure what happened, actually, says Mason. What do you mean, pal? That's right, sell Ron to our rivals. That won't happen, Great White. Don't worry, pal. I really don't think Ronnie's going to our rivals, mate, in all fairness. But anyway, just in regards back to Lisandro Martinez, also Simon Stone says that we're having continuing talks over Ajax defender Lisandro Martinez. So we are making positive strides for this, guys, for Lisandro Martinez. We're trying to bring this guy in reasonably soon, hopefully to start the preseason tour with us. But if we can't get him in, then he'll be joining up with us reasonably early in the tour, and we'll be able to see this guy play for us, hopefully, and develop and actually get that preparation for the season. Pedro Sanchez says Schick, Lua, Immobile are only options to replace the R7. And even some of those are not that realistic. Like Lewandowski's not that realistic, because why would he come to United in the Europa at the moment? Michael Connor says Barca dragging their feet on De Jong deal because they're butthurt. We wouldn't include Slab in the deal. Yeah, right. Right, okay. Martinez is too small. That was bullshit the other day, mate. Martinez is so small to be a strong centre back in the Premier League, says Ghost 98. Well, okay, maybe so, maybe not. Maybe he'll be used as a DM, but also I think he could well be utilised as a centre-back for Manchester United quite often. It really depends, doesn't it? If Harry Maguire is not the sort of player, fundamentally speaking, for Ten Hag's side, i.e. he's slow as all sin, then maybe this guy makes a bit more sense. Pace is also very important. Calvert-Lewin goals, says Irving Kadili. We have to get Maguire out of the club, says Miss Sambarati. Absolutely agreed. Hashtag Slabby out. Right, so so also, just before I get into the live chat for the Q&A, if you missed the video earlier, you've probably seen it anyway, but yeah, okay, so it was confirmed that Christian Eriksen will sign a 3-year deal with United this week. Medical already scheduled. Eriksen's already direct talk with Erik Ten Hag. Key factor, Man U are working to announce both Malacia and Eriksen as new signings this week. And Ornstein also reported that the Eriksen deal is agreed verbally to join Manchester United as a free agent. He's communicated his desire to play for Man United and accepted a 3-year deal. Contract needs to be finalised and medical conducted before move complete. So Eriksen medical incoming, paperwork's finalised, and then he'll be a United player ready to come away with us on tour as well. Get in there, my son. So that is a positive. Right then, let's get into the live chat for a Q&A, everybody. Now's the time. Thank you for all being here. Drop a like, hit the subscribe on it, get yourself in the chat. I'm going to stick around for a little while, see your thoughts and opinions on the news today. Martinez's R's get in, said Jim Watkins. Not quite yet, but it's looking good, pal. It's looking good. United Till I Die says, just come here on a tea break on my blog. There's nothing about Ronaldo joining Chelsea, for example, my Manx on my Chelsea blog. More of them getting stirred in another transfer. Yeah, I very much doubt Ronaldo's going to Chelsea, mate, to be fair. We wouldn't send him to him. There's speculation about it. I mean, obviously, David Ornstein's a great source, and he's reported that Chelsea are considering the move. But Man United have essentially said he's not for sale, and I just don't see us selling him to a Premier League rival like that at all. We do have a bunch of losers in our team, Jonathan Gallagher, no doubt. Hey there, Uma Austin says, hello, new subscriber here. I love the conversation. Thank you, Uma. Thank you very much for hitting that subscribe. You know it makes sense. Welcome in. Thank you for chatting with us and getting in there. And everybody else as well, get yourself involved for the Q&A now. Jim says, oh, I know, Pig, but I believe. Dan, he's a quality player, says Marky Harris. Who's this we're talking about now? Christian Eriksen, yeah. He says the first team needs 3 years to have a shit. Mark Harris, what's your problem, mate? You got some serious issues, pal. Let's keep it professional on the news shows. Thank you very much. Simon Carey says Maguire's going nowhere because Eric Ten Hag has said that he wants to work with him over the next 2 years. I'll make the disgusting jokes, all right, pal? Maguire's going nowhere because Eric Ten Hag has said that he wants to work with him over the next 2 years. I mean, what? Who's told you this, Simon Carey, lad? I mean, there are some reports, right, that, okay, I mean, the first thing that Ten Hag said in his press conference was, you know, let's not, he said that Maguire's a great player. He was asked about Maguire, and he kept his cards quite close to his chest, but he did say some praising, some praiseful things about him. But in all fairness, Maguire's just shite, and he can surely see that he's a bad captain for us. He can surely see that he's not a good enough player for us. Maguire out, says Mark Oliver. So if Ten Hag sticks with Maguire, he's an idiot. There you go, I've said it. It'll be hard to get behind him if he's going to stick with Captain Slabby. That's all I'm saying. It'll be hard to get behind if he's going to stick with the Slabinator. Pig, has Malacia held up the shirt yet, bruv? Says United Till I Die. Not yet, pal, no. But reports are that he has signed and stuff. I mean, yeah, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's going to be an expected announcement later today or even tomorrow. Martinez is the monster, says Fincadini. Malps says Maguire's a liability and going to cost us points again this season, says Malps. Absolutely, get him out of the team. I couldn't agree more with you. Mark Harris says Ten Hag out if Slab plays. I mean, it's a worry, isn't it? If Ten Hag can't see what we can all see, which is that Maguire's not fit to play week to week for United, then he has got a major concern. Maybe he'll give everyone a chance. But for me, it does seem strange that if he would stick with this guy, it just doesn't quite add up. De Jong and Martinez sign. What's your starting 11? Brendan Mills. So if De Jong and Martinez sign, I suppose my starting 11 would be Luke Shaw. I mean, I really don't rate Maguire. So it would be Martinez. I'd give him a go at centre-back along with Varane. And then we'll have, I guess we'd have to go with Wan-Bissaka right back at the moment. And then in the midfield, I'm going to go for, this is 4-3-3, by the way. I'm going to go with a lightweight midfield, but what can we do at the moment? I'm avoiding Fred and McTominay, so I'm going with a lightweight midfield of De Jong and Donny with Bruno in front. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for pure passing, and hopefully we can win games like that way with our technical ability rather than physicality in the centre of the park, because those guys are lightweight. Ideally, we need a proper destroyer in the midfield. Even we need to get Martinez playing in the defensive midfield role for us, which frees up Donny De Jong a little bit. Or we can, we sign a centre-back. We need to sign a centre-back, don't we? Another centre-back if he's going to play midfield. But I think he'll be coming in to do both, in all fairness. Jim says, I'm already scratching my head with Marston and Rashford on 2.5 who won't score more than 15 goals. I mean, we'll never know. I personally think you could be wrong on that one. I think they could score more than that. I mean, Rashford, in the season before last, got 11 assists and 11 goals in a Premier League campaign. Pretty decent stats. In the future, they could be coming back. Now, the last season, they were shite. I'm not going to defend them in that sense, but they could actually surprise you under Ten Hag in the future if they can get themselves back on track. I don't think they will, but they could. Adrian Major, what's going on there, Adrian? Thank you for subscribing to the channel, bro. Richie's DIY Fish Room says, maybe Ten Hag needs Slabhead to panel beat his car. It's all about the big bell end is good for, says Richie's DIY. Fair enough. Yeah, that's true. Dreading our first preseason game, says Madhouse. Watch them score around 40 combined in the league, says CT Bam. I think they could be on to scoring close to 30 between them if they both play regularly, that is. Only because then, look, if Ten Hag's team is playing well and he's got a new style and those guys are coming back towards their best and showing good form at any time throughout the season, they will score some goals. Rob says, 5 goal from outside the box. Let's go for it, my son. When's Jones going, says Malps? I don't know why they don't just terminate his contract. Should be now. But let's try and get a new team for him, eh? Could be worse. Donny could be captain, says Madhouse. You got a point with Rashford, not Martial. Yeah, maybe, Jim. Martial is a little bit more shot away, isn't he? But hopefully Ten Hag can save him as well. You never know. Let's wait for get pre-season over. We can have an opinion, says Jeanette Pugh. True, with new style, new manager, new take, new players coming in, new vibe, new tactics. It all might make a new performance for these players in all fairness. Abdullah Irwan says, hi, everyone. Big up to the pigs. Smash the like and subscribe. Thank you, Abdullah Irwan. Hope you're good, boss. Robin says, can understand Ronaldo's position, but his legacy can also be tarnished if he turns his back to his loyal fans every time it's convenient for him, says Robin. Fair one, but he doesn't really care, does he? I don't think so. Otherwise, he would be staying to help us get back in the Champions League. He wants his own legacy, cares about his own legacy. That's why he left us in the first place, wanted to go and fulfill his dream of playing at Real and all that bollocks. And then he's left Real to go and fulfill his dream of playing in a different league. And he's all about himself, to be fair, Robin. He is. I mean, he's a great player, but let's face it, he's not the biggest team player in that sense. But also, you can't blame him because we are not offering what he signed up for at the same time of it. Barca signed Kessie, says Diamond 6094. You hope so, Pig, says Jim Watkins. I agree with that, says Mark Nurse. Let's wait for watch the 4 games, then have a poll. Turn his back, says Callum. Hey, Dizzy, got to go. Have a good one, Dizzy. Stay classy, my man. Rashford or Martial up front is how we will really be lining up. Nah, it can't be, Jonathan. That would be disgusting, wouldn't it? Turns his back. Oh, give up, says Callum. But there's still a very good player in Martial. Just needs confidence, says ZX Flames. Exactly. The right coach could get Martial back. Ronnie came here for Fergie. He loves Fergie, not United, unfortunately. Maybe, I doubt it, though. I think he came back because it was offering him what he wanted at the time, which was the idea that he would be the difference maker to help us go from second place in the league to being higher up in the league, maybe. And also he thought maybe Champions League-wise we could do all right. We did finish second just before the season he came in, didn't we? So from his point of view, he probably thought he might have a chance of winning the league if we strengthen. Varane came in, Sancho came in, he came in. He was probably feeling reasonably confident at the start of last season. Which team did CR7 win his first Champions League, says AR Mad? Well, it was us. It was us, mate. Silver next for Barca. De Jong to United, says Jeanette Pugh. It's not your girlfriend cheating on you. Did he ever love us? His legacy will be gone, says Top Dog. United tonight says, I know we hate the Glazers, but the way it's going, it looks good. End of the day, if Glazers gives us what we want, we can't snag them, can we? Yeah, but they've got to do it first. I know he's the best player ever and all that, but he's such a twat, says Michael Collins. Fair point, says CZ Bam. When's the next McDonald's challenge? Oh, crikey, Tommy. I don't know about that, pal. Still recovering from the last one. Sandy Gurung, anyone missing Cavani? Not really. His first season at United was good. Pedro Mascari, mate. Thank you so much, dude, for the $20 Make You Holler super chat from from the US. Sorry. He says, happy 4th to our American viewers from North Carolina, USA, lads. Dudes, happy Independence Day, guys. Enjoy your freedom. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. Happy Independence Day, folks. Everyone over in North Carolina and everyone in the USA. He says, the man, the legend, Mr. Pig, even if Ericsson comes to United, he's 30. They need to sign De Jong, sell Maguire for 55 mil, all that jazz. 55 mil? Fucking hell, we'd be lucky to get that for him, lad. But yeah, I agree with you. We could do with selling that twat. And they do need to sign De Jong, absolutely. And Ericsson is 30, and he's only a squad player, really. But he's still a shrewd signing. But yeah. Hey, happy anniversary. No. Happy anniversary to me and Mrs. P. Isn't it funny? My anniversary's with Mrs. P, so everybody's Independence Day. My anniversary's that day, which is actually the opposite of independence. That's ironic, guys. I'm just joking. Pedro Mascari, thank you so much for the super chat, you legend. Let's get a sue in the chat there for this legend. Taran Kumar says, I want him to stay. You know, thank you so much, Pedro, for that. You're a legend, man. Griffo's loving it. Gets in there, Top Dog. Thank you, Pedro. Says, happy anniversary. Yeah, me and Mrs. P been together 7 years. Love you, babe. You know. Laugh fast. I'll put the 7 shot on the Guy Fawkes and Burnett, says Philip Chapman. Oh, man. Your grandma didn't receive her pension today because of Independence Day. Apparently, UK government deals with Citibank, says Robin. And Aaron Siri says, devastating that no right-back and defensive midfielder is on the agenda. Well, Lisandro's coming in. He could be playing DM. But yeah, I feel you. It would be nice to get a proper midfielder in there. Roger Fernandez, 16-year-old Portuguese, plays for Braga. He's a supporter. Your thoughts, Pig? Don't know too much about him, to be fair. Is he Bruno's little brother? Jeanette Pugh, all downhill now, says Jeanette. Time to propose, says Fire Up. No, I'm not married, Jim Watkins. No, it's just our anniversary of, you know, like dating. I'm not married, mate. Nor am I ever getting married. Guys, and on that note, we're basically going to wrap this stream up there, folks. You're a bunch of legends for tuning in. We nearly got 300 likes. Make sure you all smash that like button on it if you haven't done so, guys. That's the news in regards to Lisandro Martinez. It's looking good. We'll keep you up to date with all the latest goings on as and when more information and revelations happen in regards to that deal. And also Ericsson, Malassi, and all the rest of it. We'll keep you up to date, guys. Also, regards to Ronaldo, of course, we'll give you all the latest rumours, but not rumours, but also, you know, the latest breaking news as to what's going down. So thank you very much for watching, guys. That's going to be the end of this one. Thank you for tuning in. Do smash that like button if you haven't done so. Hit the subscribe. Follow us on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. Check out the website, which is pinned to the top of the live chat there, unitedflyinghigh.com. Go give that article a read, guys. Which striker would I bring in, says Pogo Gamer? I guess I'd get in Kunku for the versatility. JW92, how have you been, bro? United were a stepping stone for Ronaldo to Real Madrid, and for the time being club last season. To be fair, he's a Champions League player, contributed to load to finish where United did. Exactly. I don't feel bitter towards Ronaldo. We can't give him what he signed up for. Them's the facts. Hopefully Ronaldo doesn't go. Hopefully Ten Hag can convince him to stay, and hopefully he doesn't go to those shithouses Chelsea or one of our rivals. But if he does go, you know, good luck to him. We just can't provide him what he needs right now. That's the reality. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. We'll keep you up to date with Lisandro, Ronaldo, and everybody else in regards to the players coming in this window and outgoings, hopefully, as well, at the football club. So do get yourself involved by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you get notifications when we post and go live as well. Get an exclamation mark Discord in the live chat as well to join the Discord. That way you'll also not miss notification, not miss shows and things like that. Join the Discord where we post some stuff in there. Thank you, Gung. She says, cheers, Piggy. Great stream. Thank you, Don Gung, you legend. Thank you, Dean M, Stephen Carr, Michael Collins, Batman Knight, Fan Jeanette Pugh, Kingslayer, Daniel Lees, United Tonight Die, Madhouse, Pedro Mascari, Pogo Gamer, JW92, The Hoop Man, Jeanette Pugh, King Jar, Jonathan, Jim Watkins, Vutilated Crisco. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. Thank you, Pedro, for the last one there. Thank you, everyone else, for getting in here with your thoughts and comments and opinions. Thank you, everyone, for being members of the channel. Thank you to all the viewers. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you to people like Marky Harris, Futinator, Gung Shinioni, Jonathan Gallagher for moderating the chat, JW, etc., Stephen Carr. Thank you to all the legends in this community. We'll be back tonight with some more news, everyone. Hey, Vincent Bullock, we're just wrapping up, but great to see you. Adam Salah, nobody so far, my friend, apart from Dean Henderson on loan. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Simon Cowie, Kingslayer, CZ, Robin, all the legends. Have a good one. Back later with more news in your life. So keep a little lookout for it. Probably tonight around about 9:30, 10 p.m. We'll get on there raw with the evening show. And if there is any breaking news before then, obviously, we'll jump on and give you it. Nice one, Superstar, John O'Connor, Pedram, Licky T, Samikazi, Jim Watkins, and all the legends, the Hoop Man. Have a great night, guys. That's it for us. Ronaldo's possibly leaving. It's an absolute shitter. This window needs a serious overhaul. We need a serious influx of new players at this football club to strengthen this otherwise sinking ship, mate. Sort your bloody lives out, Glazers. Catch you in a bit, folks. Have a good one, and we'll bring you all the breaking stuff as and when it happens. Peace. See.